How's everybody doing? So, today I want to talk about how I feel that maybe for a majority of us that if we were to step back and to really look at our lives and our jobs to say, "Wow, I don't think that's how I thought it would have turned out when I was a kid." So, hear me out. Listen to this. So, when you're a kid, you always think about what you're going to be when you're older, what you're going to be when you grew up. And I never really knew what I wanted to be when I grew up. Like I always said that. Like I have no clue what I want to be. Everyone's like, when I grow up, I want to be a doctor or I want to join the military. I had no clue. Like I had inklings of what I wanted to do. Like I kind of had always was like, maybe I'll join the military. Maybe I'll be a police officer. Da 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 da. Honestly, as like a child, those were really the only things I could step back and say that I wanted to do. And obviously, stuff happens and life changes and you get where you are. But I never would have thought when I was 6 years old and they would have been like, "What are you gonna be when you grow up? What do you think you're gonna do?" I never ever would have thought that I would have been in manufacturing. I never would have thought that I would be making robots or making the linear rail systems. I mean, for the most part, no one's going to know what I'm talking about when I say that. So, I'm just going to say manufacturing. I never thought that that's what I would do. And, like it started out honestly when my wife got pregnant with our daughter. I needed a job. I needed something to make money. I was 22, about to be 23, and I didn't really have I don't know, really a good steady thing to go, well, I can just do this and make money. And I got lucky, and my uncle had lived close to us and needed some work done in his basement so his son could move in with him. And he knew I needed money. He knew that, my fiance at the time was pregnant. So he offered me the work, and I came in. I was doing it, and he was paying me to do that so I could have some money saved up. And his son came over one day, and we were hanging out, and we were chilling, and, we were smoking. He was smoking with me for doing the work because he was helping too. And we just started, talking, and we looked at each other, and we were like, you look really familiar. And I said the same thing. I'm like, yeah, dude, I swear I know you from somewhere. And I was like, well, where did you go to school? And I went to Lands Cruise North. And I said, holy shit, that's where I went to school. That's where I know you from. And I remember seeing him around and da-da-da-da. So then he was like, we got really into talking and what was up in life. And I told him, my fiance's pregnant, Joey's pregnant. I said, I need a job. I'm going to be a dad. I need something. I got to be able to support them. I need to be able to stand on our feet. And so he was like, well, my work's looking for a welder. Do you know how to weld? And I had played around with it a little bit in mechanic, or I'm drawing a thing right now, auto tech in high school through vocational classes. And I was like, man, I know how to do it a little bit. Like, I'm not saying I know how to do it enough to get paid to do it or anything like that. So he was like, okay, well, I'm going to talk to my boss and I'll let you know. So literally, he went to work the next day, and I got a message from him, and I was like, my boss said that if you want the job and you come up here, that it's yours. Just come up here and talk with him, and if you want it, he'll give you the job. So I went up there, and we were talking, and he showed me around, and he was like, do you have any experience MIG welding? And I told him, I said, a little bit in auto tech. I said, just really, though, it was just free time being able to go over to the welders and play. So I gave him the spiel, I'm trying to get a job. I'm about to have a kid. I need to do this. So he was like, all right, I'll give you a shot. So I did that and then was there for a year. And then my cousin left. And then I got into it with the owner's wife, left there. Then I went from there over to this place called Eagle Masking. And then I did stuff there. They do nickel plating, and then I ground all that stuff off for a while, and then I went from there to another place making airplane engine parts because my cousin again got a job there, and it was a great opportunity, got me in there. And then I went from there to the place I'm at now, and then next thing you know, it's been 7 years at this job, and I'm here. And now it's just to the point where I've just been doing this for so long that this is what I got to do. Like, you know what I mean? To take a career change in my life, like, I guess I could, but being the main financial support of my family, like, I can't just step down from work to go back to school. So this is what it is. And I feel like this is like that for a lot of people that, you know, we have kids or whatever young, or we get into something and time goes by so fast that next thing we know, it's been 10 years and this is what you do now and that's what you know. And now it's to the point where it's going to be hard to change because that's all you got on your resume for the past 10 years. And then, you know, so I feel a lot of people are like that. We get into this slum of doing it. And then that's where we get into that slum of like feeling like how you see on, internet when you see the cartoons and it's a guy, he's in high school and he's all happy and he's going out and then he goes to college or whatever and then he's got a job and he's smiling and he has a family and he goes to work and comes home and showers and plays with the kids and goes to sleep and then wakes up, goes to work, comes home, takes a shower, plays with the kids, goes to sleep, da-da-da, and then you just see him getting drained and feels stuck. And I feel like that's how it is for a lot of people, and especially men being breadwinners, and we just put up with it because we got to do it. Like I said, now it's just to the point where I make good money, so it's stupid for me to leave. It's a comfortability thing. I don't want to go anywhere and start over. I've started from the bottom and busted my ass to work up. I've literally destroyed my back. I've ruptured a disc in my back at this place to get where I am for them. So I don't want to start over. So this is what it is for me now. And I know a lot of you guys are out there and you get stuck in the same boat. So on this first episode, I just wanted to say I see you guys. And if you feel like you're in the same boat, that, you know, hey, you're not alone. There's other people out there. You know, we do what we got to do, especially for our children. You know, life's what we make it. You aren't at work all day. You don't have to be in that slum. You can choose to do other things, you know, and that's where I'm at now. I've chose to be in this slum, and I'm not going to choose to be in this slum anymore. I'm going to do stuff. I'm going to get out, do something. It's getting warm. I'm going to get on my motorcycle. If you don't have a motorcycle or that's not your thing, buy a bike. Start going for bike rides. Go to the beach. Go to the movies. Pick up a hobby. I'm doing the podcast to as another way to get out and to shake stuff up. Hey, reach out to me, guys. You want to come on the podcast? I'd love to have you here. You know, let's shake it up. Let's get it out. I'd love to help you get out your route. I mean, you can be a regular. You want to come on a couple times a week or months or, you know, whatever it is. Let's rock it out, guys. So, you know, chin up. You're not alone. We're all in this together. Like I always like to tell people, the world is shitty. So let's love each other, be good to each other, and help each other get through it. You guys, I don't know where I'm going with this anymore, so I'm going to end it. Thank you guys for tuning in to my first episode. I hope that you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you come back again. Take it easy, guys.